Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over my Holy Grail drugstore products. These are all things you can find at your local drugstores, Walgreens, Walmart, the drugstore section in Ulta. I've got some really awesome things. I believe I have multiple of everything, so a few foundations, primers, eyeliners. Without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and go in order. So start with primers, move to foundations, concealers, and all that good stuff. So the first thing, my Holy Grail primers, I actually have 3 of them. The first one I just recently discovered probably about 2 months ago, and I literally have not stopped using it. Every single time I wear makeup, I put this on. It is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer. This is a great pore filling primer. It's also really good if you have if your skin is more on the oily side. Mine definitely is, especially living in Louisiana in the summer heat. This definitely gives a good base for my foundation to stick to. Fills in those pores. It lasts all day. It's a really great primer. I believe I got mine at Target for $11.99. The price may vary depending on if you get it at Target or Ulta. This is amazing. Next one I have is the Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio. This one is the Blur and Smooth. They have 3 different ones, the blue one, green, and pink. Anytime my face is a little bit more on the drier side, because I do have combination skin, this is definitely the one that I will grab. It definitely blurs out the skin and it gives some good moisture to your skin. Then the next one I have is the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This is another one that I will grab whenever my skin's a little bit more on the dry side. And I've actually used this a lot whenever I have events to go to or anything like that. And it definitely gives a good base. It isn't necessarily sticky, but it does give a good base for your foundation to stick to, and it does last all day. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to foundations. I have 3 foundations, and 2 of them I would consider more Holy Grail than the other one, but they are 3 that I do love to use on a regular basis. The first one is the Milani Conceal&Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. So you can use this to conceal under your eyes as well. I still use like a lighter concealer to brighten up my under eye, but this definitely is a full coverage foundation. It is amazing, lasts all day. The only thing that I do not really like about this, I do wish they had a better shade range. I do find it's kind of hard to match my shade. This is the one, I have 2 different shades. This is the one that I use when I'm not self-tanned. And then I have another shade when I am self-tanned. And I feel like that one doesn't match my skin as well. It is a little bit harder to match, but other than that, it is a great foundation to use if you need a more full coverage foundation. Next one I have is also pretty full coverage. I would say it's more on the medium to full coverage side. You can build it up to be more full coverage. And I actually discovered this. I was at Walgreens one day browsing the makeup section, and it was actually on sale, so I was like, well, I might as well try it, grab it. So I grabbed 2 different shades, and I fell in love with it. This is probably the one I use the most because it is a medium to full coverage foundation. You can use it on a daily basis, or you can build it up whenever you're going out for the night, or if you have an event to go to. And it is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous Foundation. The shade Soft Honey. This is the one that I use when I'm not self-tan, and then whenever I am self-tan, I use the shade 305. So like I said, it is more medium to full coverage, but definitely a great foundation. The third one that I have is the Loreal True Match Lumi Cushion. This one is in the shade N3.5, and it comes in, it has like the little puff, I don't know where it's at, but it does have a mirror in it, which I really like. And then you just flip this little tab open, and here is the cushion. This one is kind of running out. I need to go get another one. But it is more on the light side. So on a day that I'm trying, I just need to put some foundation on, run out the door, this is the one that I definitely would grab. It is more lightweight, doesn't feel cakey on your skin or anything like that. So if you are looking for a lightweight foundation from the drugstore, I would definitely go with the True Match Lumi Cushion. Now we're going to move on to concealer. I actually only have 1 concealer that I would consider Holy Grail from the drugstore because I love love, 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 love Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. That is the one that I use pretty much all the time, but it is not a drugstore. So the other concealer that I use on a regular basis is the Maybelline Master Conceal by Face Studio. This one is in the shade Light. It is a more medium to full coverage concealer. I also like to use this as an eyeshadow primer. So before I do my eyeshadow, I will just, put a little bit of this on my lids to give a base to stick, for my eyeshadow to stick to. But this one is a more medium to full coverage. I do like this one just like on a daily basis if I have to go to work, or, if I'm just running errands around town. I feel like Maybelline is the drugstore brand that I gravitate towards the most, because I feel like they just are constantly coming out with great products, and they have really stepped up their game. Like, I love Maybelline. Thumbs up. Maybelline actually is also the first makeup brand that I ever had. So next I have a contour kit. It is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. It looks like this. It has a, oh goodness, it has a contour shade and then a highlighting shade. You can see, hit pan on this actually really quickly because this is what I use all the time. This one is the light to medium, or Dulce de Leche. And then they do have a medium to dark one as well. Alright, and then next we are going to talk about my Holy Grail blushes. I have two. Yes, I have two. So the first one that I love is the Jordana blush powder, and it's in the shade Rose Silk number 32. This one is just a very pretty natural blush. Super soft, super silky on your skin, doesn't cake up or anything, doesn't look like too much on your face, and it comes in like a little pan like this, and it's good to travel with. And I got this one, Jordana is sold at Kmart, I know for sure, maybe Rite Aid, I don't know, but I got this one at Kmart. The next blush is the Physicians Formula Butter Blush. I do have the butter blush in two different shades. I have the Plum Rose shade, and I literally, not even necessarily for the color, but the scent, oh my gosh, it smells like you're at the beach. It smells like coconut and the beach, and it is amazing, and I love the packaging. This one is a little scratched up. But yes, that is another very natural blush that I would use every day. You can also use it for any events or anything, but it is more of a natural blush that I love to grab anytime I'm, more of like a no makeup look day. Next thing that we are going to talk about is highlighters. It's my favorite. I only picked two drugstore highlighters to talk about. The first one is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I believe Kathleen Lights talked about this in one of her videos, and immediately went out to Ulta to pick one up, and they didn't have any. And then I went to Baton Rouge like the next weekend, and I stopped at the Ulta on the way to Baton Rouge, and they had it, and so I picked it up, and it literally looks like nothing in the pan. It looks like it would not be a very intense highlighter, which it's not an intense highlighter, but whenever you put it on your face, it just gives the most beautiful sheer glow to your skin, and I love it. And I believe this is only $4 as well, and I've had this for quite a while, and I use it almost every day, and I still haven't hit pans. Definitely a more natural highlighter, so if you're not one of those people who likes like a blinding highlight, I would definitely go for this one. The next highlighter that I'm going to talk about is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. This one is in the shade Precious Petals. This one is a little bit more of a blinding highlight. It is like a golden, more of a golden highlight, but it is beautiful as the top one I have on my hand right there. We're going to go ahead and move on and talk about eyeliners. I have Maybelline Curvitude liner, and this one, it is amazing. It has a tip like this on it. I don't know if you can see it. This dries down matte, which is very important. It is so black. It's not a sheer eyeliner at all, so you don't have to constantly go over it. If you just do one swipe, it is awesome. That's all you need. And it is a thinner eyeliner, so it's super easy to get close to your eyeline. Just gives you a more fuller lash line, especially if you're applying falsies. This is definitely the way to go. And it has like this curved, whatever, it's like curved at the top, so it is easier to apply a wing liner. If you like to do a wing, or if you're beginning to do a wing and you don't really know how to do it, this is a great eyeliner to start with because it has that curve. Next, we are going to talk about mascara. I'm sure everyone can guess what my Holy Grail mascara is, even though it's only been out for like a month or 2 months or whatever it is, but it is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. Holy crap. Immediately was like, this is a better than sex dupe. From the packaging, the color of the packaging, to the wand, it looks just like the Better Than Sex mascara. And I was like, you know, it could just be a coincidence, whatever. So I bought it. Took me forever to find this mascara. I found it at Target though, and it doesn't clump or anything. It gives you some really pretty lashes, because there are some days that I just don't want to wear falsies, but I do want some volume in my eyelashes, and this is definitely the perfect mascara. Like, I cannot imagine, like, how did I survive without this a month ago? I don't know. Going to move on to lips. I tried to narrow it down a little bit. I only have like 3 or 4 because we would be here all day if I talked about my Holy Grail lips, because I'm a lipstick hoarder. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is lip liners. I do have 2 that I use pretty much every day, and they are the NYX lip pencils, and one of them is in the shade Nutmeg, and then the other one is in the shade Peekaboo Neutral. These are really good lip pencils, super affordable, and they do have a great shade range. Like, NYX literally, I feel like, has every color you could ever imagine in lip product. So if you need a good selection of lips, NYX is the way to go. Speaking of NYX, I have 2 of their butter glosses that I use all the time. I actually have 2 of both of these colors. I keep one in my makeup area and then one in my purse in both shades. One of them is in Angel Food Cake, which is a little bit more of like a pinky gloss, and then the other one is in the shade Tiramisu. And I think Tiramisu is more of my favorite than the Angel Food Cake, just because this one's more of a nude, this one's more of a pink. I do tend to go towards the nudes. And then the next lippy that I want to talk about is the Wet n Wild, the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Matte Lipstick. And this one is in the shade Rebel Rose. And I don't know, I really love the applicator. It's a dope applicator, but it has, I feel like it's different than other dofas that I've seen. I don't know, it has more of an indentation. I don't know if you can tell. It is a little bit bigger. I think that might be it. But I love these. They are matte, but they don't dry down. They don't get super crusty on your lips or anything. They don't leave your lips super drying. If you do feel like you have drier lips, I would recommend putting on like a lip balm underneath before you apply it. But they last all day, which is what I really love about. But yeah, the liquid catsuit is great. And then my last lip that I want to talk about is the Maybelline matte lipstick, and this one is in the shade Beige Babe number 545. Do you mind? But this one is like, to me, this is the perfect nude lipstick. I feel like liquid lips have kind of like taken over the lip world, but to me there is nothing compared to a lipstick. And just like the smell of a lipstick, I don't know, it like brings me back to when I was a little kid, like digging in my mom's makeup. But this one is literally like the perfect nude lip. It is awesome, and it is a lipstick, so you do kind of have to reapply it a little bit, but it is matte, so it does stay, to me it stays a little bit longer than a normal lipstick would. Yeah, that is all I have for today, guys. Those are my Holy Grail drugstore products. Comment down below, let me know what your drugstore Holy Grail products are. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe before you leave. I'll see you in my next video. I don't know if you can hear that, but my dog is currently going bananas right now because they just dropped off a package at the front door. Sure, I don't have any lipstick on my teeth. Get it together, Grace.